If you clicked onto this video because of the title, let's be honest, it's probably not the first mastery video you've clicked on. The problem is, all of this content is usually just rehashed information from YouTubers who just want to take the time out of your day to make more videos about how mastery works, and what you need to do, and what you're doing wrong. From the beginning, we were told by YouTubers to macro overnight. They wanted you to Neo Tribeam with Vital Sphere Capsule and then Zenkai. Even Snake said it himself that that's how you do it. Look, the whole reason YouTubers were telling people to macro overnight was most likely because of this, as well as past people's experience macroing, for mastery at least. But Snake states to macro overnight and to stay in a force field at spawn, but at the end he says if you do this tutorial every day you will be at 3 stars like everyone else. This has got to be a joke, and I think people just took it seriously. He literally says that you will be at 3 stars if you do it every day. I mean, it has to be a joke. Come on, guys. I mean, come on. My friends tried to do this. They macroed overnight constantly, and they got stuck at 3 stars. I didn't macro. I did it maybe once for like a couple times, but even still, I didn't want to. So I just stopped because it was not increasing, wasn't doing anything at all. Felt no difference. I was stuck at 3 stars, which I got those 3 stars legitimately too, just by playing the game. Just by playing the game like he wants you to do. He literally just suggests playing the game normally, using the form to master it. He also says that there is no checklist. There's no obscure little bits that you have to do to master your forms or anything like that. You just need to play the game, which is what some people have been trying to say, and then other people have been saying this nonsense about the best way to do it. But my friend, who just recently started playing the game on his Saiyan, has been playing for 2 to 3 days, and within that time frame, he has managed to master Super Saiyan. He has only been using basic Super Saiyan, only occasionally going into SSJ3, and he's managed to master it. In fact, he's managed to get pretty high to where he's also a couple stars into perfection, so he's getting there. But that leads me to the next part, where Snake states that it takes 2 to 3 days to master a form, and even longer to perfect it. He says this exactly. He recently dropped this bombshell of an update. The last star for Form Master is bugged due to an anti-macro check being bugged, and because of this, we got a mastery progression boost for the next 72 hours. I'm fairly certain that's ending, like, today, or maybe it ended right now. I have no clue. But some people took this the wrong way, thinking that the mastery boost was for everyone, when that's just not the case. It was only for people who were bugged on the last star and could not get that last star. Now, we do not know which forms were bugged, because he said it was for certain forms, but it's probably safe to assume it's for almost every form in the game that's out right now. Obviously, the earlier the form, the easier it's going to be to master while this is happening and while it's unbugged. If you were actually watching this video the whole time, then you probably would have saw at the beginning I ended up mastering Ultimate Namekian, and then you saw later on I mastered Basic Super Saiyan. I got the last star. You also probably noticed that it did not go up by half a star, it just increased by a full star to be mastered. You see it right here that it showed that it was mastered. I go up to the Universal Champion, and I activate it again. That's when it gives me the prompt that it has been mastered. That's what it did for my Super Saiyan as well. My point here is this is how I've been getting this last star of mastery for these 2 slots. I've only done this for like a little bit while on these slots. I would come here for like maybe an hour, maybe a little bit more. I would fight him in base form, let him get me below that like quarter notch, so way below half, and then Zenkai. Alright, look, I'm bad at editing, and I'm all out of footage, and I'm not going to go make more footage, so here's some nature photography. Who cares? But either way, this is how I've been getting these 2 last stars for Ultimate Namekian and then for Super Saiyan. And Ultimate Namekian, oh my god, I can't talk, is decently higher up form, so the fact that this strategy still worked has to show that this is in some way, shape, or form how you were or how you are getting mastery. I probably was affected by this bug, by the mastery bug, which is why I was been stuck at these stars for so long. But also, if I wasn't, and even if I am, it's a mastery boost. It boosts the progression rate. And so this whole strategy goes to show that this whole way of gaining mastery, fighting the universal champion, letting him get me low, is working. I mean, I don't think you should be overnight Zenkaiing, macroing to get this mastery, because I don't think it's going to work properly. I think you need to actually be in these NPC fights, or even PvP fights, because it does work for PvP. I don't think that's the best way to do it, but it does work. Just be playing the game, using your form like he literally says to do. To kind of stop rambling, because I'm starting to run out of what to say. My script is gone. It ended a long time ago. I think you should stop looking up videos on how to get mastery, because I don't think they're going to tell you jack diddly anymore. They just want you for views. In fact, I want you for views right now, I'm not going to lie. But what I have to say is the by far the most truth that you're probably going to get out of one of these mastery videos. If the Final Stand community is watching this, thank you. And hi, Clyde. I know you're probably watching too.